What's going on, guys? Welcome to Boosted Motorsports. Behind me, I've got our Dodge Charger. It's a 2026, and Dodge sent us this car to build in about 45 days to get ready for Roadkill nights. We've got just over 30 at the making of this video, and we have a lot of work ahead of us. So, on the last video, we started taking out a bunch of stuff, and we also took out the transmission. You'll notice now I've got the Viper over here. I think I had it over there in the last video. I've been moving things around, but this was our setup from last year. Big single turbo setup with HPT, in-house manifolds. We made this, I TIG welded everything here in-house. And essentially what we're gonna do is take what we learned on this car and apply it to this one. So what we have to do right now is I'm gonna start taking out a bunch of the interior stuff. We kind of started getting down to the nitty gritty. I kind of want to do a few things. Take off the front ends and take off the interior. I'm not sure what we'll kind of get into in this video, but I'm thinking right now we'll bring it down and start getting into the interior and start taking out a bunch of stuff. You'll notice over there the passenger seat and the passenger carpet is already out of it, but let's go ahead, start taking this stuff apart and see how it comes apart, because I don't know and you probably don't know, so let's find out together. All right, car is down, so let's get into this thing. So the seats come apart the same way that the last generation did. It actually uses the exact same socket, so this star bit, and you take out the bolts there. You do have to have power to the seat, because unless you get it absolutely perfectly, the back holes will be covered over. So we'll go ahead and remove the two there, put some power to this thing, move it forward, and then we can get this seat out. Okay, so seat just lifts out. It's got two connections on the bottom, and that comes apart like that. And then if you look over here, this is kind of similar to the last generation. There should be a 10 mil screw behind this, and there is, so same on both sides. And then I'll figure out how the center console comes off of the dash here in a second. All right, so I found the next Easter egg. So check this out. It's got the front grille from a 68 right there, which I also happen to have a 68. You can see hopefully with the glare right there. So it's got this little 68 plastic piece. It's held in by a few clips, and that's how the front of this is in here. So you can see there we got the two 10 mil bolts. So we remove those, and then hopefully we can get that out. As for the glove box, similar to previous design, only difference is, remember you used to squeeze these two tabs here. These ones, they turn, and they're like these little pegs that you turn, and then they pop out. So those pop out, and then you've got the little cable that you guys are all used to right there. So that's that. We'll go ahead and take out the center console now. All right, so once you take the two 10s out there, you kind of have to lift up on the back, and then it kind of comes out because it tucks underneath the dash ever so slightly there. And then it pops out, and then there's two plugs at the back here, and then the whole console is free. So underneath this white little box deal here, there's these two things here. So just disconnect the red safety latch, and then they come off. So now we'll get this out of here. Okay, center console's out, and then the back seat comes out and up the way the previous generation did. So you kind of just pop it up in the front and it slides out. I guess this thing is fancy. We got heated seats, so heated seats, maybe cooled seats? I don't know what all this wiring is, but it's got a lot of stuff back here. So let me unplug this. Looks like we disconnect from there. Actually, there's more than one. Are these heated and cooled seats back here? This thing is fancy schmancy. They might be. So let me disconnect it. I'll show you guys wherever the plugs are. Okay, so unplugged the connectors. This was kind of interesting here. There's like the seat belt buckle that goes through the seat, and the way you undo it is there's a hole right there. So you stick something in there like a paper clip, and then it releases the buckle. So now this seat comes out. I don't know all what this stuff is, but there's a lot of it. So lots of sensors. There's not that many wires that come off the seat, but there's a lot of connections on the seat. It's kind of interesting. So anyways, got that out of the way. Let's kind of move it a little bit more out of my way so I can get to the back seat. All right, so I'm kind of just taking a bunch of stuff out. I want to take the carpet out so that I'm not stomping all over it, and maybe not going in the exact order, but these things were interesting. So this clicks onto here like that, and then the way to release it is there's a little flat slot in there. You turn it counterclockwise, and then it comes apart.
So yeah, now I can take out this lower plastic, hopefully, so that I can get my carpet out of here. So let me pop this out and see how this comes out. All right, I figured out the mystery of these back seats. I thought you had to take these off, but there's actually this 13 mil bolt that is right there between, and that's what holds them in this little joint here. So now I should be able to lift the seat up and out of this bracket like that, and now we can pull this out of there. And since they've got the wires though, we just gotta make sure they're disconnected. All right, found a new mystery. So apologize if this is a little impromptu, but I'm learning with you guys. So this plastic piece pops off, and there's actually a spring assist, and you have to push the seat over like that so that you can pop it up, it looks like. So you kind of have to pry that plastic piece out so that we can actually get this out of here. Kind of gotta do a little pry spring action to get this sucker out of here. Okay, so rear seats are out, and then once we got those out, these kind of bolsters here, they just pop off. There's just a bunch of speed clips on the back there. Then those pop off, and then once you get those off, you can kind of get all the speed clips on the back of these. And the door sills, they go up there. You have to pop off the side pieces there to get the sills out. And then these have a bunch of speed clips, and these pop off as well. So getting those out, and then I think we'll probably try to do these ones here. All right, so here's a little progress update. So these ones here, there's a little door right there. And then this one here, same thing. There's a little door there. It's got a little torque screw behind both, and the rest are speed clips. This thing here, you kind of just unclip it from there. Slide the little tab back, that comes off. This one here pops across the back so that we can start getting those out of the way. This one, I've got most of it free, but it's tucked behind this plastic. So there's another torque screw in there. So I might have to start taking some of this stuff out to be able to get this one out. You can kind of see it's tucked behind there. We'll see. I'm not sure if I could sneak this one out before getting this out, but I'll keep you guys posted on how that starts working. All right, so we got all of those out. Now we're working our way back into this trunk area to get all this trunk plastic carpet stuff out of here. Trying to save as much weight as possible, of course. That's what the front's looking like here. I haven't touched the door panels or the dash or any of that stuff yet, but we'll go ahead, we'll start popping some of this out and see how this all comes apart. I think these might pop out of here, but I'm gonna assess this and I'll show you guys how they come off when I figure it out. All right, so we pretty much have to come to the back here now, because these panels, they got the carpet running over top of them. So, and then the carpet's running underneath this, and then this big plastic thing, there was two, right, one there, there was two torque screws in there, and then it's somehow secured underneath here. These buckles, like the ones over there, they got a torque screw underneath it, but we got the magnet and everything here. But in order to get to the torques, you have to pop them up, and then it reveals the torques underneath. So we'll pop these two guys up like that, and then we'll take those latches out, and then hopefully this plastic piece can come out so we can start getting at this lower stuff. All right, so once you remove those two buckles, then this comes out with a bunch of speed clips, and like it seamed from the top, there's a bunch of spots where this clipped into that, and then you'll also notice these two plastic little wing nut deals here, kind of clips that hold that tray in. So we'll pop those out and get that whole tray out of there. Okay, so that plastic piece just lifts straight out the back, and then we've got our subwoofer connection right here. We've got a 10 mil there, it looks like another 10 mil there, and then two on the back, and then it looks like this will come out of here. So let's zip those out and see what's next. All right, so subwoofer is out on the ground. Then these side panels, they just pop out once you take off the little latch. So these are out of here. So those can come out. We got that one as well, same deal, bunch of speed clips. You might, if you send one flying, like you can see right there, just dig it out. I don't even know where it went at this point. I think I already threw it over here. There was one already missing. So this, and then just pop it back here so that it's ready to go to be installed. Oh, so this little sunshade thingy here. So you just pull the little loops off of there, and then these, it just comes out pretty simply like that. So, and then this whole sunshade is out. All right, so both of those panels are out, and then I just took out the little mini battery here, and then I'm also taking out this trunk mat. Kind of just keeps things quiet in here. This here, this is one of the fuse boxes. There's 4 clips on it, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you press those, it slides off, and then there's the bracket, which I just took off. So you can see there the 4 clips. That's that part. And then there's a bunch of these kind of speed clips here around the perimeter. So we could, if we wanted to, just cut that carpet out, but I don't know, we'll yank it out. And in order to do that without tearing this little carpet thing out, I'll just pop those off real quick. All right, so got that mat out of there, and then these right here, there's a little hook deal here. So it's got a little Allen head there, and then it's just got a little screw in the back. So that holds that, and the rest are just speed clips. And then it should be the same with this one. This one's got the button though, so we'll have to unplug that and deal with that. There it is. So yeah, we'll unplug the button, and we'll probably have to move it for now. All right, so we've got most of the trunk gutted out here, and then what I'm working on right now is just this front area. So this was held on by 2 push pins. That was the underfoot area. There's this piece of styrofoam over in the corner, and then I just figured out how to pop this off. So this whole piece is held on by speed clips. So the middle ones, the plastic piece seems to stay in there when you pop it out. It's got those yellow clips there that kind of grab it, but that pops out, and then it reveals all the screws, or the rest of the screws for the glove box. There's a screw here that holds this lower trim on, and I think we can start getting into some of that stuff as well. Okay, so the back portion of the glove box, it's got a screw there and a screw there, and then 1 screw on the bottom. Oddly enough, no screw on this bottom corner, and then the whole thing is just speed clips out of there. And then you reveal cabin filter and HVAC and all that kind of stuff.
Hey, it's John here from the future. So if you guys are not, make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you can see all the videos when I post them. I'm actually recording this ending probably a couple weeks. No, not even. It's only a week, but I've been moving fast. So you can see here, front mount intercooler. We got the turbo in here. The engine is now in here. All sorts of stuff. So if you guys don't want to miss anything else, I haven't really touched much more on the interior. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there, but the dash and everything is still in the car. I still got to take all that stuff out and kind of address that, but I just wanted to get the back half stuff out. So if you guys are liking this content, it's going to get spicy here pretty soon. Like I said, I'm going to be dropping these videos strategically as the competition ramps up, but then I will be letting you guys know full secrets, everything that I've been doing after the event. So it's the way we're going to play it this year. And yeah, if you guys are enjoying it, make sure you smash the thumbs up before you take off. We'll see you guys in the next video.